Okay, welcome back. We have a bonus episode. We are going to watch episode 1 of the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon from 1983. We had to look this up. Like we couldn't quite remember when it came out. Not a lot of episodes actually. Felt like there were more, but here we go. We're just gonna sit down and watch it, and we'll stop every once in a while and bring back some memories. Here we go. So let me pull it up, and here it is.
Hey, look! A Dungeons and Dragons ride! Wow, neat!
Give me a break.
I don't like this!
What's happening?
Where are we?
Look out!
Fear not, ranger. Barbarian, magician, thief, cavalier, and acrobat.
Who was
Venger.
that?
That was Venger, the force of evil. I am Dungeon Master, your guide in the realm of Dungeons and Dragons.
All right. What kind of memories does that bring back?
Oh my God. First of all, I'm in my pajamas and I'm eating cereal right in
Me
front of
too.
the
Me too.
TV.
Saturday
You know.
morning. Can visualize the Fruit Loops in my head.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, Saturday was our sacred day.
That's right.
Like Saturday was children's sacred day when we didn't have Cartoon Network and all these other channels that specifically catered to children. You knew that on Saturday on ABC, CBS, and NBC, it was going to be your world,
Mm.
and wow, I haven't even seen that opening in probably since then. Tell you the honest
Yeah.
truth.
Yeah. I think it's a pretty tight intro actually. I mean, it was only 1 minute long, but you know exactly what's going on in this cartoon. There's these
Right.
teenagers and their kid brother are from our world and they get warped into this other world. There is a bad guy. They have
Yep.
magic items. There is a guide named the Dungeon Master. They know the bad guy is Venger.
Right.
That's it. There's no confusion about what's going to be happening in this story. Um
Right. Right.
yeah. The other thing is like there is a Dungeon Master character,
Right.
right?
Right.
Like which is like that's not how you play it at all. Even back then you didn't play it that way. So I don't know what the makers were thinking of
I know what
like
they were
let's
thinking.
make this
Star Wars. That's what they were thinking.
Yoda.
Empire Strike Back.
Yep,
Empire Strike Back just recently
that's
came
right.
out,
Almost
and so they
same
were like,
year.
we need a Yoda character.
Yep, that's what it is.
And
I think you're 100% right on with that.
Yoda.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy. Like thinking back, it's interesting also to think about that. So by the time I was watching this, I was already playing D&D,
Mm.
right? So I had concepts of what D&D was, and so naive me, I didn't understand at first the concept of creative licensing,
Mm.
you know? So I'm saying like, wait a minute, a baby unicorn, he can't be carrying a baby unicorn because X, Y, and Z unicorns and you know, the monster man, he wouldn't go up to him and all these different kind of things. So I was like already trying to be a ruse lawyer with it at first, and then
Right.
I just went along for the ride,
There you go. You thought it
literally.
was like, okay, this isn't the same thing I'm playing at the table at all. I mean, I had
Right.
the opposite experience because I had never played D&D. I mean, I was 7 when this came out, so it was like um I just thought that for a long time that's what Dungeons and Dragons was, and that there would be like a character in the game who is the dungeon master who tells you what you need to do.
Yeah.
Like I thought that's what, and that every person you have a role and you have your one magic item that does something, and that's it. That's the game. Like that's what the game is. And of course, I wanted to be I liked the bow and arrow. I like the bow of infinite arrows, but I
Yeah.
think looking back on it, I think I prefer the barbarian. Like that club That club does some stuff and we'll see this in this episode. Like, here, let's
Very,
go
very,
back.
very, Bam Bam. Very like
Yeah,
Fred Flint's the Flintstones and Bam Bam and
that's
everything.
right. That's Bam Bam. That's right. Haven't thought about the Flintstones in so long either. All right, here we go. The night of no tomorrow.
Keep going. From up here, we may be able to see which way to go to get home.
Come on, Uni. Wow! What a view! What a view!
What an echo! What an echo! What an echo!
Presto.
Let me try. Hello? 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 Hello?
Sheila, can't you do something about your little brother?
He's not bothering anyone.
He's bothering me. I'm trying to think of a way to get us out of this freaky place and back home.
If there is a way home.
Don't worry. There is, and we'll find it. I hope.
Come on, Uni. You try.
Huh?
That's in trouble.
Look, there! It's Tiamat the dragon!
Absolute most powerful dragon in all of D&D.
All right. Leave her to me. Bobby, don't. She's indestructible. Okay, Dragon. You'll learn not to mess with Bobby the Barbarian. Bobby will be crushed.
Not if he isn't there.
That's not cool.
Quick, Sheila.
I know what to do. Hey, Tiamat!
Now, Bobby.
All right.
That's how you handle Tiamat.
That's all right. That you can only hope to contain Tiamat. That's all. You cannot defeat. You cannot defeat. that's
Whoa.
pretty good.
The
I
first
like
mod,
how-
I forgot.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I forgot that Tiamat was literally the first monster that they ran
Right.
into.
Right. And Tiamat comes back, I think, too, right? It's
Yeah.
a recurring character. And
Right.
not intelligent Tiamat in this version. Like there's zero intel. Just it's a monster. It's an unthinking, powerful monster, and I think it's the only thing that can challenge Venger. I think there's
Yes.
nothing else that can handle the other main bad guy. And I guess we're gonna see that. But I thought it was interesting. The first time I watched it like a week ago or so, and then rewatching it now, I was kind of like. What's his name? Hank is the ranger, right? And he shoots Bobby's club so that he doesn't confront Tiamat direct. Bobby wants to go in and wreck up Tiamat, but Hank's like,
Yeah.
no, don't do that. So he uses his bow to stop his friend from doing
Right.
damage. But watching it again, I was actually okay to do that because then they were like, wait, no, we cannot confront Tiamat directly. They all worked together. They all did something. They each had their
Right.
own ability and trapped Tiamat. And I thought that's pretty
true.
good that's pretty good for a cartoon.
Right.
Yeah. All right, let's go in.
Bobby, you can't just go charging off like that. Aw, sis. I could have handled her.
Sheesh. I don't blame Venger for being scared of that dragon.
Nice maneuver, pupil.
Dungeon Master.
Where did you come from? Oh, someplace between there and here.
Listen, I've
Yoda,
had it with
you're
your
right.
riddles. Now give us a
100%
straight
right.
answer for once. How do we get out of this world?
Patience, Cavalier. All things have a purpose, including your presence here. Tonight is the celebration in the village of Helix. You will journey to the north for it. There you may find something that will help you get back home. Helix was once at the mercy of flying dragons who attacked at night, but good magic drove them away. Now, on your way, you must fear only the many faces of evil, all known as Venger.
Yes.
You shall know his newest face by his white hair. Beware, young adventurers.
Wait, Dungeon Master, you can't just leave us. He's gone!
Wow!
I hate it when he does that.
I think it's neat. I'm worried.
Sheila, you're always worried. It's simple. The man said go north.
We should go north.
Diana's right. It's the only clue we have to a way home. We have to try it.
So there's the dungeon master, and he just straight up gives them the mission. Like he just,
Yep.
there's no like, there's no moment of like, let's give him a hook. He just says, "You're gonna go here and do this," and he dangles that carrot too, right? He's like, "This is how you're gonna get home."
Yep.
Maybe.
Yep.
He
And
always uses that.
That's literally the motive for every single episode.
Yeah.
Like this might get you home. This might
This
get
might
you home.
get you home, and it
the
never
other thing-
does.
Never.
Never.
The
Just
funny
gotta
thing
keep-
about this, in terms of the time period, is that so the first Unearthed Arcana didn't come out until 1985.
Mm.
The classes, the Barbarian class, the Thief Acrobat, and the Cavalier, all were going to be unveiled in this Unearthed Arcana. So they made this cartoon 2 years before they released these character classes. Now, they individually had come out in different issues of Dragon magazine, but no one had all of them. I think I only had the one with the Barbarian. And so I'm watching the cartoon, wanting to play a Barbarian, wanting to play a Cavalier, wanting to play a Thief Acrobat, and I had to wait 2 years
That's
before
a
the
long
classes
time.
became available. I'm still bitter about that.
Yeah, I would be too. Woo, this is good. Where are they gonna go? They're gonna go to Helix.
All this walking has been a waste of time. I'd trade anything for Dad's limousine right now.
I'd trade your dad's limousine for a peanut butter and banana sandwich right now. I'm hungry too, Bobby.
Leave it to me. I'll produce some magic burgers.
The last time you tried this, we wound up with live turkeys.
Can I help it if my hat thought it was Thanksgiving? Abra, come here. Magic burgers up here. Oh, yeah.
He never gets it right.
Gee, Presto, I kind of like my burgers a little more well done than that.
Very funny.
Let's keep walking. There's got to be something out here.
Nice cow.
According to this, we're somewhere near Merlin's castle.
Oh, right! Merlin the magician. He's supposed to be able to work miracles.
According to legend, Merlin can do anything.
Even get us home?
If Merlin can't, no one can. Huh? Merlin's castle that way, but that's the way we just came.
We couldn't have missed it. Not a whole castle.
Well, according to these signs, it should be right here. I don't get it.
I do. We forgot to look up.
Wow! He lives in a castle in the sky?
Where'd you expect?
Of course, there you are.
Well, before Merlin can help us get home, someone's going to have to help us get to Merlin.
Hey, look! A ladder!
Awfully convenient.
Everyone, follow me.
Finally, we're gonna meet a real wizard.
Face it, Uni. As a wizard, I'm no whiz.
Uh-oh. Poor Uni.
Wait down there, Uni. I'll come back for you. I promise. Wow.
There in the
Folks
middle
have
of
a place just like this in the mountains.
So, yeah, it's like, yeah, it's so very basic, but I don't. There's some charm to it here too, right? And
Yeah.
they got some characterization a little bit. Presto is a little bit insecure about his inability to cast spells properly, and yeah,
Yeah.
it's good.
And also the environment too is very, very magic light for
Mm,
like the whole environment, which is what I really like also. Like a lot of settings don't take into account that magic permeates the land. But
mm.
like that first scene of them coming into the land, you see the floating isles of like
Right,
stone
right,
and
right.
this sky castle. I like those elements.
Yeah, it feels like an alien world. It doesn't feel like,
Right.
medieval France. It feels
Right.
like you're in a different planet. Like
Yep.
it's like yeah. Yeah, 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 for sure. That's a great point. Yeah. All right, here. Let's see what happens when they get into Merlin's castle. I like how all the signs are in English, but whatever.
Wish I was there.
Sometimes we wish you were there too, Eric.
Remember what the dungeon master said about Venger.
We should recognize him by his white hair. Drawbridge is up.
Hello!
Can't you just swim across the moat?
Maybe you'd like to try.
Oh, no, thanks. I've never cared much for skydiving.
This looks like my department. Oh, she made it.
Hello? Is anyone here?
I am here. Tell me, Ranger, what brings you here?
You know me?
He's Merlin. He knows everyone.
Well, we're headed for the town of Helix.
Look, he has white hair.
Would that I did, young lady. I am a great magician, but the one thing I cannot do is grow hair.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, Merlin. We were warned that an enemy of ours...
Just ask him about getting us home.
No need. I already know. You seek a way back to your birth world. Come. Many great spells have been cast in this hall.
Wow!
I cannot grant you the way back,
You can't? Oh, great.
but I can tell you where you are headed. Many years ago, the land of Helix fought back against one who would conquer them. The defeated conqueror vowed vengeance.
Dungeon Master told us this already.
Bobby, shh.
Yes, but he did not tell you that one year Merlin appeared, cast a spell, and his good magic drove out evil. The dragons were gone forever.
Oh, brother.
And every year, Helix celebrates the defeat of the winged terrors.
Hey, great story there, but I didn't come to listen to fairy tales. Now, if you're not going to help us get home, I'm leaving. On second thought...
Oh no!
How did
It's
Tiamat get out?
Back for seconds, eh, Dragon?
Bobby.
You don't scare me!
This time you'll not escape me.
Now that's magic.
Quickly, we must leave.
I'll keep her busy. Get going.
This way, everyone.
Tiamat's no joke.
We're trapped. There's no way out.
What about down there?
The dungeon. No escape.
Everyone help me. Okay, Presto, see if you can conjure up a carpet.
A carpet? Whatever you say.
Perfect.
I did it!
Hey, Dragon Breath. You looking for somebody? Now that's what I call teamwork.
Let's get out of here.
Oh,
That's actually that was a pretty tight action scene.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't.
Yeah.
That was actually pretty good. Yeah.
That was- I mean, it wasn't really D&D, right? Like they're not really using even the first or second edition, right? They're not really using like D&D spells or abilities. Like he just has
Right.
his hat and he pulls out the but I think it does still capture the spirit of what you're supposed to be doing. Everyone's got their role. You got a plan. You execute on the plan. And I like the other thing I liked about it was it wasn't about just like kill Tiamat. It was like you
Right.
gotta, you can't kill Tiamat. So you've gotta contain it again, just
Yeah.
like before. But the victory condition isn't just slaying a monster. So even in the first
Exactly.
episode, I don't know. I think it's a lot better than I think it holds up pretty well actually
No,
so
it
far.
actually does.
Yeah.
Seeing also like the distinct, and this kind of thing plays into our modern iterations of D&D, which is that they're not just their class; they are
Mm,
specific characters who are playing those classes. So,
mm,
like, each of the characters definitely have a different personality. So,
mm,
like, you strip them away of their class, they're still very distinct,
mm.
and that's actually you know, pretty elevated, writing for a children's cartoon,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, for sure. I mean, if talk about the Saturday morning cartoons, there were a lot that were very, very shallow. I
Yeah,
mean, this isn't like deep three-dimensional like Emmy award winning or whatever. But I mean, there is a extra little bit of characterization in there that they do pretty good with, and they're
right,
tight about it too. It's just one or two lines and like exactly what Eric is like, what Eric the Cavalier is like, and
right,
what Diana is like, just and Sheila is kind of nervous about things, and
right.
it's very solid, very solid.
I
Let's
think they
see
had to
where it
do
goes.
a lot of thinking
Sorry.
beforehand because
Mm,
they knew that they couldn't translate D&D as it was being played directly to a
mm.
cartoon,
That's
right?
true. That's a great point.
They had to do
Because
something different.
how
So they
would
put
you?
a lot more thought. Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
thought went into it.
It's actually very brilliant that they decided to do people from the real world who got moved into this world. So, because at that time nobody really knew what not very many people even knew what D&D was. So most of the
Right,
people watching it probably didn't even know it was a game, like me, right? And
right.
so you have something that's like, okay, this is weird, but then it's that classic like Wizard of Oz or some of these other stories where someone gets transported to, or Alice in Wonderland, they get transported to another world. It sort of can mentally anchor you for something that you're not familiar with. And they did that
You know
here.
what?
And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, that's actually pretty smart too.
You know what? I will probably have to do research on this, but I would bet that they took direct inspiration from the cartoon TV version of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. You know,
Yeah.
it's four kids. They go into an alternate reality. They each have a
Yep.
specialized weapon. Like it.
Let's see, you
eh,
nailed it. Yep.
Yeah, and
Yeah. That's what it
yeah,
is.
and yeah, I'm going to see the date that came out. But yeah, I would say that they were like, hey, this is a way we can get away with it.
Yep.
Without being
Yep.
gory and all this other stuff and making it children's, television, worthy. But yeah, most definitely.
Very.
Merlin, here's your rabbit.
Thank you, my child. But it's not a rabbit, it's a hare. A white hare.
Uh-oh.
You saved an old magician's life.
Saved your life? I thought you were supposed to live forever.
No. I'm 70 years young, my lad. The age where I begin searching for one to teach my
rough
secrets
70.
to. One like this one.
That one?
Me?
Indeed. I saw your wizardry and was quite impressed. I can teach you all my magic, but only if you stay here for the rest of your life.
Gee.
Listen, if Merlin's not gonna help us get home, I say we shove off for that Helix place, huh?
Eric, we have to wait for Presto.
You don't think Presto would stay with Merlin, do you?
No way. Presto would never leave us.
Farewell. Your friend has decided to stay and become my apprentice.
He's going to stay?
Forever? Presto, are you sure?
I'm sure.
I can't believe it.
It's our fault, you know. Always making fun of him when his magic tricks backfired.
Assistant, I need you. Later, we shall have to deal with the dragon you locked in my dungeon.
You with the dragon? How?
The answers to all questions are contained in this book. Stir the cauldron until I return.
Yeah, sure. Answer to all questions. It's gotta be in here someplace. A spell to get us all home. This is it. Let's see. Boiled bat's claws, powdered insect wings, petrified spider eyeballs. Yuck! Oh, no! This won't get us home. Merlin! Help! Merlin! Merlin! Where are you? Merlin! I didn't mean to do it. I'm really sorry.
So, you were trying to create a spell that would get you and your friends back home, correct?
Yes, and I'm sorry. But the dragons!
Ah, yes, the dragons. I switched the spells. Only good magic could undo Merlin's spell and release the dragons. So I had to trick you into undoing Merlin's spell.
Got it.
But you're Merlin, aren't you?
Merlin hasn't lived for 1,000 years. Fool! You know me as Avenger!
Oh, no!
I will use the magic of your hat to add to my power as my winged terrors destroy the town of Helix. The anniversary.
It had the classic villain reveal. I mean, it was, it was telegraphed the whole time with the white hair. But if you're 7,
Exactly.
that's just the right level of, whoa, yeah, there was a white hair. It's almost that you could almost configure it out if you're a kid, right?
Right. And that's the kind of stuff you steal for your campaign. It's like,
Right.
oh, I'm gonna do a white hair thing.
Let's see if anyone picks up on it. That was pretty. It's really got the spirit of the game, though. It really does. And I think you don't need to worry about, if you're gonna watch this, you don't need to worry about does this have all the correct like rules and stuff. Like what was it? The Honor Among Thieves movie was out a couple years ago. And one of the things that was praised about it was that it really did like use like D&D, 5th edition spells. It had like a displacer beast and all that.
Right.
But yeah, it's okay because I think as long as you're keeping the spirit alive with this, and this certainly does that.
Exactly, because the other thing is that at this point we have so many iterations of worlds for D&D, right? Like back in the day, like the iteration was Greyhawk first, then it was Forgotten Realms. Like that was the only way, right? But we have so many homebrew worlds that like have official, books that it doesn't look the same, and that's okay.
Day of the last time the dragons attacked is now our greatest holiday.
We were sent here to find a clue to help us get home.
In the meantime, though, your friends seem to be enjoying our celebration. I can see great wealth in your future. And in the future, I see... Oh, no!
What is it?
The dragons! The dragons are coming back!
I still don't know why we were sent here, Mayor, but at least we got to meet Merlin on the way.
How could you? Merlin died 1,000 years ago, soon after casting a spell that vanquished Venger's flying dragons.
Merlin died? But we met him, and he said he was only 70.
Mayor! I saw them! The dragons are returning! Sound the alarm! Take shelter!
We have to go back and get Merlin to help.
I don't think that guy we met was Merlin.
But he looked like Merlin, standing there stroking his white rabbit.
Not his rabbit, his hair.
His white hair! Dungeon Master said we'd know Venger by his white hair. We thought he meant hair, like on his head. Then Presto is alone with Venger. We've got to save him.
And find out how to stop these dragons. Let's find Bobby and Eric.
Yes.
Clear the town square! Evacuate the village! Hurry!
Mayor, I think I know how to stop the dragons, but we'll need horses.
In the stables! That way!
They need horses.
Come on, Uni. Jump! Hey, Darwin, for another attack!
This is not the worst of it. The legend says the final assault will come soon, and our town will be completely destroyed.
Venger must have reversed Merlin's spell.
The one that kept the dragons away.
Right, and we've got to put that spell back.
Look at that hole in the castle! I sure hope Presto's okay.
Boy, I really blew it. Some wizard.
Presto!
Hank! Am I glad to see you? Merlin's not Merlin. He's Venger. He stole my hat and all my powers. Worse, he tricked me into undoing Merlin's spell.
The town of Helix is being destroyed right now. You've got to cast Merlin's spell again.
Me? I'm no Merlin.
And you will not cast another spell tonight. I have the wizard's hat. Hand over the rest of your objects of power.
That's the item.
We can't do that, Venger.
You have no choice.
Bobby, use your club.
Whatever you say, Hank.
Scratch the library.
Hey, I got him.
That won't hold him long. Let's go.
What do we do?
Try to keep away from Venger while Presto works on Merlin's spell. We've got to put out these torches.
Let me give it a try.
You cannot escape.
Wait, I know where Merlin's spell book is.
Presto and I will make a run for it while you four try and keep him busy.
Keep him busy? What are we supposed to do? Tell him jokes?
Eric, Diana, I've got an idea.
This had better be one terrific idea.
I don't know if I could do this, Hank. I mess up every magic trick I try.
You can do it, Presto. We've got to stop the dragons before they destroy Helix.
This game is ended. It is time I eliminated you once and for all.
Remember the one thing that Venger's afraid of?
Tiamat the dragon!
Tiamat the dragon?
Let him out.
You're gonna let the dragon loose? Don't we have enough problems?
Eric, stop talking and start helping.
Yeah,
I don't
seriously.
believe
Eric.
this.
I will add your magic to mine, and then destroy you and your meddlesome friends. Stay away from me, dragon!
Let's get out of here.
You have won for now, but I shall win in the end.
Presto, hurry! There's still time to save Helix, but not much.
Okay, here goes nothing. In the name of Merlin, in the time of sorrow, banish winged demons. Let there be tomorrow. I knew it wouldn't work.
But the dragons are disappearing. You did it, Presto.
I did? Yeah, I did. I only stayed with Merlin because I thought I could find...
So, I got to talk about Venger for a second.
Uh-huh.
He's actually the most shallow. Like he says, like all his lines are just the most like like I'll get you and I'll be back. You can never stop me. I think so far that's the only weak point. But he was cool because he had the trick. He was tricking them to pretending to be Merlin. But then when you get later on into it, he's just like he just turns into generic bad guy. But I guess all the cartoons like were like that back then.
I thought what was also funny is when they were riding the horses from the town to the castle. You saw all of them riding on the horse except the cavalier.
I didn't
The
notice
ca-
that.
so so especially the cavalier class at the first iteration. Most of its abilities and stuff were tied to its mount.
Right.
So like to see them all riding the horse except the cavalier was
Right.
was kind of funny to me. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. It's like a little bit, yeah, for sure. I also thought it was funny, like one of the constant thread in all these episodes is that Eric, the Cavalier, is the complainy. Every party has someone like that, and it's like I don't know. They must have played D&D to some degree because they knew that there was a lot of tables have an Eric. Like
Right,
it was just
right,
like,
right.
and they were just like, "Shut up and just do the plan, please." Like,
And it's
I
also
think.
funny, like I said, once again, that character was the cavalier
Mm,
because the cavalier also in the first iterations had like a very stringent like code of honor.
right, they're
Like
the
basically the
proto
ship.
paladin. Yeah.
Yeah, and actually at that point, the paladin became a subclass of cavalier.
Right, right, right. That's right.
So it was
Yeah.
just interesting to see like this iteration of the cavalier and all these things before they hit the shelf. Even the
Yeah.
barbarian also, which is funny, is that I made the comment about Bam Bam, but it's
Yeah.
also another Bam Bam connection that Bam Bam also um Dino, the dinosaur, was
Right.
with Bam Bam all the time.
Oh, that's right.
So
He had they're ripping off the Flintstones. They are ripping
yeah,
off the Flintstones.
yes, so
Yeah.
I think it's also another reason why the barbarian has a club also because it's funny because I don't think of a club in terms of no one chooses a club as their weapon, right?
Right.
Like it becomes a weapon of utility. Um, but you can see it kind of connected to a barbarian, but overall in any other kind
Right.
of media, you know, barbarian was like Conan and still
Yeah.
swords were still kind of king. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
interesting that they chose the club. And so I definitely think that yeah, I definitely think this was
Yeah,
Bam
yeah,
Bam.
that's gotta be I mean, like we were talking about like was it Thundar the Barbarian? That's the same time as He-Man too. And those
Yeah.
guys were ripping each other off too. So there's
Oh,
like a lot of these 80s cartoons feel very samey because they're all kind of riffing off of each other for a decade. Yeah.
right, right, right. Yeah, no, He-Man has a crazy. Yeah, you're right there, and a lot of them were also very, very. You can tell the stamp that Star Wars had.
Yeah.
Star Wars had such a
Completely.
heavy imprint, you know.
Yeah. Yep. So we've got Lion the Witch in the Wardrobe, Yoda, and Bam Bam. Flintstones all rolled into one episode.
Right? Wow. Yeah.
There's no true originality, but they remixed it. I mean, so many songs these days are remixed of something else. Like that's what
Yes.
creativity is. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna bag on him for that.
No.
Yeah.
And also the
Uh,
great thing about this time in cartoons, is that they always had a diverse cast,
right.
right? So
Right.
like there was always, some kind of melanated person somewhere in this. So like
Mm,
in D&D, and this is when I was little, so this is where I thought this is where the world was going, right? Because I'm just
mm,
like, oh, we're here now,
right.
like in this or in can't think of anything. Well, even in Thunder the Barbarian, now Ariel, she was melanated,
Right. Right.
so like this was something that was like once again the time period, you know, where I always like try to explain to people, I was like, um, I am like a child of Martin Luther King. But so
Right.
I was born in 1971, right after like the end of the civil rights movement, and so it was like this shift. This is when you have the beginning of Sesame Street, and a concerted effort to
Mm,
add more diversity in everything,
mm.
and it was showing, and it was being reflective, and we didn't even realize it, but it was something that
Yeah.
was definitely consciously done, you know.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a great point. I didn't even think about it. I would just watch Sesame Street and it had all the characters, and there was the Muppets themselves, but just the
Yes,
human characters in it were from all kinds of different backgrounds, not just one. And it didn't
yes,
even register in my head. It was just, these are people who are a community and they care about each other and they get along. And even this D&D, they're all friends and they get along with each other perfectly. Like
yep,
they're very supportive of each other too.
yeah,
I mean, Eric's complainy, but other than that, they still get along with him, you know?
right. And
You
and
know?
and and this also is, well, I don't know how it holds out over all the episodes, but
Mm.
in this episode also um there's not misogyny.
Yeah.
There's not this tier in terms of it's just like women are dumber than we are because we're the boys. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
And this kind of equality, egalitarian notion across the board, I didn't even realize until I'm watching. I'm like, wow, like they did that back then.
Right. Like, Diana and Sheila are actually the ones who come up with all the good ideas. Like
Exactly.
they're the ones, they're
Exactly.
and it's not just like one dimensional either. They're not just coming up with a plan. Like Diana is like navigating for them. Like she gets
Right.
around. And
Right.
Sheila, they both have competency, multidimensional competency.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's me. I guess we were coming into this not thinking we were going to get deep with it, but
Yeah.
how
Right.
can you not, right? Like it's really, it's like opening up a time capsule.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
yep. All right, let's finish this up. I think we got two
Find a
more.
way to get us home.
We understand, Presto.
Look, the ladder's disappearing.
That's not all.
Merlin's whole castle is floating away.
Now I'll never get my magic hat back.
I wouldn't say that. Lose this, wizard?
My hat! Hey, everybody! I'm back in the magic business.
Oh, great. Listen, Dungeon Master, while you're returning things, how about returning us to... He did it again!
I'll never be that good a magician.
Well, I know a place where they think you're as good as Merlin himself.
Yeah, Helix.
That's right, Presto. In Helix, you're a hero.
I am? Then let's go. Climb aboard, Eric.
Are you kidding? I don't ride with anyone else. I want a steed of my own.
There it
Presto,
is.
would you produce something
Called
for
it.
Eric to ride on?
Sure.
You called it. Of course. Little comedy callback.
What? I'm not riding on any cow. No way. I don't ride anything that gives milk. Hey, come back here.
Weird restriction.
Wow! Father!
Who asked you?
Got to
Wow.
point out the music was spot on.
Oh yeah.
The
Oh,
music
definitely.
was great.
Yeah. No, definitely. I didn't remember the music either, to tell you the truth.
Yeah,
You
but
know.
the action sequence music with the like da, da, like it was really good.
Yeah, man.
I didn't expect it to be that good. Just not in my
No,
head. That was
I didn't.
amazing.
It would be interesting. Like I said, didn't expect to get all deep in it, but like now I have questions. Like now I want to know like how this even came about. You know,
Yeah,
how much hand did TSR have into this? Um, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm curious
yeah,
in terms of like the process um that they got to this point because it actually is really good. you
right.
know, and
Yeah.
definitely carries the spirit of it. Like that's literally a one shot. you know,
Completely.
you know, and that's perfect. Also, now to think about it, like to think of each of these episodes as a one shot. Very, very
Yep.
clearly defined goals. Very, very, couple of challenges along the way.
Mm.
You know, I would downgrade. For the one shots. We wouldn't be facing a whole bunch of dragons. Right away. But
Right.
yeah,
It's a
no, it
little
has
bit
all.
too like Tiamat, which is the dragon god. Like you're not gonna throw them against some level 1 characters. But maybe it's in the background and you gotta do something to make sure Tiamat doesn't show up or
Right,
like yeah, there's
right.
there's there's room to play there for sure. Yeah.
No,
I,
definitely. No, that was great, man. That
yeah.
definitely brought me back,
Yeah,
man.
me
And
too.
it also reminds me of just um, how important this particular cartoon was,
Mm,
um, because it's hard for people to really grasp nowadays the length between different products from TSR, right? Like
mm,
with everything now, like we have more music than we ever had. We have more XYZ than we ever had.
mm,
And so for the notion that no, there would be several months, maybe even years that you didn't get a new product from TSR,
mm,
because they weren't churning out, whole books of homebrew,
mm,
settings. There was modules coming out here and there. Dragon Magazine was the constant. That was your monthly constant. But the way that things are produced right now just did not exist back then.
mm.
So this cartoon also kind of whetted the appetite for people.
Right. Kept it fresh in your head so you're always thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I noticed that at the beginning, like they don't spend like they've got the intro and they just um they get right into it. There's no like origin episode where he
Right.
explains how they go from Earth to I'm assuming it's Greyhawk, but it might not be Greyhawk, just whatever world they're in, the Dungeons and Dragons world. They get in there and there is no moment of like, here's where they come from. And I think the reason is probably more logistical, which is just there's going to be reruns and you never know which rerun it's going to be. And so that way you can play all of these out of order. Like you
Right.
don't have to watch episode 1 before you watch. Like we could have picked any of these episodes and it would have probably come off all the same. There isn't really a like an over the season arc because of reruns. Like you would just and you only could watch it at a certain time of a certain day of the week at a certain time, and if you couldn't make it you didn't get to watch it, so you couldn't keep
Right.
up
And
with
then
it.
also the story itself, right? Like this is why there's a lot of old shows who never had their ending,
Mm,
right? Because you can't write the ending because
right,
that's the end of your show,
right,
or let's say like in the instance of a show like Lost, they thought they were only going to be for a couple of seasons.
right.
Then once everybody liked it, like, oh wait, we already in our
Right.
mind ended the
Keep
story. We got
going.
to extend it. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? And I think that's also another thing for things like this. Like they never conceived, I think, ever of writing an ending. There was a fan made ending
Mm,
episode that was made, but I don't think they ever considered making an ending because I don't think they get that kind of
right.
warning.
Just kind of put on
Like
that
this.
loop and just they're
Yep.
just trapped there forever. I
Yeah.
think someone should make a setting, a D&D, or I mean it would have to be D&D obviously, but a D&D setting that's like this, like that has all of the same conventions and the way you think, and there is like a dungeon master who gives you like your item, like just
Okay.
like, and that's in the game, like it's just built into it, and just we're replicating the 80s cartoon and you're all
Okay.
characters in the 80s cartoon.
I'm about to tell you something.
Okay.
There is a game that's not like this in terms of the 80s aesthetic, but imagine this from a darker point, okay?
Okay.
And this game has been created by the creators of Spire already.
No way. Really?
It's called, look it up. It's called Die RPG.
Oh, that So, oh, I was we were looking at the website. Wow, yeah. Hang on a second.
Now, the most important thing about this is outside of the game, it first was a comic book, so you can read the comic book. And the comic book is a bunch of,
Oh, there it is.
kids play this game and they get thrown into this world, but it's dark. But one of the classes is like a dungeon master class.
Here it
It's
is. I think I can pull it
crazy.
up here.
But I read the
Let's see it.
comic.
Yeah,
I
there it is.
haven't. Yeah, I read the
Yeah.
comic, but I haven't uh, read the mechanics of the game or anything. But the
That's
comic
cool.
itself was bananas. Because literally, when I
Yeah,
started reading, I was like, "Oh my god, this is Dungeons and Dragons the cartoon growing up."
there it
you
is.
know,
That's a little bit. It sounds like there's some intensity there, but yeah, that's
because
cool.
it's by them. Of course, it has to have intensity. But
Right.
if you get a hand of the comic book, um, you should definitely check it out. But it's
That.
it's
Yeah,
interesting.
here it is. That's
Yeah, it's
awesome.
it.
I would definitely take a
Yeah,
look at that. That's cool, cool, cool. All right. Well, thank you so much again for hanging out with me and watching. That was great. I mean, if I'm gonna watch it, I can't think of a better person to watch it with. Um,
yeah. No, that's cool.
it's like we both. I think that was one of the first conversations we had was about this cartoon,
Yeah,
and yeah, it was good. Thank you so much.
no, this is cool, man. Like definitely, like nostalgia. It's overwhelming. But
Yeah.
once again, it just shows like how much this is why we play today, right? Like we've had such strong imprints through our childhood that's carried us all
Mm,
the way into our adulthood, and we still find ways to be part of this fandom. And
mm,
I think that that's an incredible thing.
mm. For sure. For sure. All right. Until next time.
All right, sir.
All
See ya.
right. Take it easy. Bye.